Hi there, I'm Jody Williams, and I'm an intern at the State of Maryland Governor's Office of the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, which we call ODHH for short. I'm going to take a moment to talk to you about voting. You know, voting's really important. So, you want to vote. You must be a Maryland resident. You are? Perfect. You need your state driver's license or a state-issued ID because you're going to use the number to process your registration form. To process your registration, you must be a U.S. citizen, be at least 18 years old, not have been found guilty of tampering with the election process, not have been convicted of a felony, or if you have, you've completed any term of parole or probation. Not have been found by a court to be incapable of voting by reason of mental disability. Hey, guess what? I have some exciting news to share. Governor O'Malley just announced that you no longer have to fill out a paper application and mail it in to register to vote. You can now complete the whole process online. You can change your address, your personal information, your political party, all online at https://voterservices.elections.state.md.us/online voter registration. Now back to your regular vlog. Your local Board of Elections office must receive your completed registration form by Tuesday, October 16, 2012. The state of Maryland has set up an early voting period, which is always the last Saturday in October to the following Thursday. This year, early voting will be from Saturday, October 27th until Thursday, November 1st. Monday through Saturday, hours are 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 12 noon until 6 p.m. The general election is always on the first Tuesday of November. This year, the general election is on Tuesday, November 6th from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. Your voter registration card will tell you where you must go to cast your vote. If you are unsure or confused, you can go to the website https://voterservices.elections.state.md.us/voter-search. You'll type in your street number and address, and it'll tell you what place you are assigned to go and cast your vote. So, you're ready to vote? Great! It's important that you go to the polling place printed on your voter ID card. Suppose you're out and you see another polling place and you think, I can go there. No, you're not allowed, because each polling place is set up based on your address to help to process your registration information smoothly. It really does help. If you've misplaced your voter ID card, don't worry. You can go to the website from before, https://voterservices.elections.state.md.us/voter-services and type in your information like your address, and it will let you know which polling place is yours. When you go to that polling place, it's very important that you bring 2 forms of ID so that they can verify your name and other information. Once they've proven your ID, they'll allow you to vote. Voting in Maryland is really neat because you're able to vote by touchscreen. This means that you're able to select a vote, think about it, maybe change your mind, then review your whole ballot before you cast your final vote. It's really neat. Polling places across Maryland must be accessible to individuals with disabilities, including those who use wheelchairs or have vision disabilities. The touchscreen monitor is able to make the print larger and smaller, as well as change the contrast colors to fit your vision. If it's election day or maybe beforehand and you're feeling unsure of what to do, you're able to bring an assistant to help you vote. There are some restrictions on who that assistant can be. For example, you cannot use your workplace boss or your boss's assistant to help you vote. You also cannot bring a member from your job's union to help vote, or someone from another political party or a challenger who will help you vote. The reason for this restriction is to prevent voter fraud and vote suppression so that you can cast your ballot freely. If you arrive at your polling place on Election Day and realize that you need help, don't worry, you don't have to have an assistant with you. You can ask that an election judge at the polling place assist you while you vote. Understand that it must be in the presence of another election judge from a different political party. The reason for this is to prevent voter fraud or vote suppression. Polling places across Maryland have rules for Election Day. For example, you can't bring your phone, pager, camera, or laptop to the polling place. If you're having trouble remembering who to vote for or what issues you're voting on, you're able to bring in a sample ballot or a piece of paper to help you vote. If it's your first time voting in Maryland, you must bring 2 forms of ID. The first must be a photo ID, like your driver's license or a state ID, a passport, maybe a military ID. The other must be a paper bill with your address. For example, your gas and electric bill, or a paycheck, or some other kind of government mail. If you want to wear a shirt or a button or a hat that supports your political party, go ahead, that's fine. Understand you must leave the polling place after you've cast your vote. If your boss requires that you show proof that you voted, you can ask an election judge to give you a certificate proving that you cast your vote. Oh no! But during election day, I'm going to be away at college, or I'm going to be traveling on vacation. No problem. We have what's called an absentee ballot. You can go to a website and type in your information to get your absentee ballot. It's important that you do it by Tuesday, October 30th, 2012. The website is http://www.elections.state.md.us/voting/absentee.html. If you're planning to submit your absentee ballot by mail or in person, it must be received by Tuesday, October 30th, 2012 at 8 p.m. If you're planning on faxing or emailing your ballot, it must be received by Tuesday, October 30th, 2012 at 11:59 p.m. If the deadline's getting close and you realize, shoot, you've missed it, you must fill out your absentee ballot in person. I mean, what's the point in voting? It's no big deal. There are so many candidates, I don't know who to vote for. No! Maybe you yourself are only one person, but you plus another person can make a huge difference. Now you have all of the information you need to be ready to vote in Maryland. At the end of this video, you will find a list of websites with information that you need to know. Remember that ODHH is always here to help. Your vote makes a difference, and for that, we thank you.